Welcome everybody to corkandjava.com. Today I'm going to be showing you how to do 3 easy to intermediate crafts with your corks, your wine bottle, and everything in between, so stick around. Welcome everybody to Cork and Java. On this channel, we like to expand and enrich your experience with all your favorite beverages. If that sounds interesting to you, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below. So today we are going to be doing some wine crafts. And as I mentioned, we have stuff to use with corks, stuff to use with the bottle, but we're going to begin really easy with some wine charms that go around the stem of your glass. This just helps at parties identify whose glass is who. Now these are really easy to make. This isn't even really considered a craft in my book, but in case you haven't thought of something this easy, just find some beads that you have laying around your house. If you're a girl, you for sure have some. If you're a guy, ask a girl or just go to any craft store and pick some up. These are some spare ones that I have. So I'm gonna make a really easy 3-bead identification system, basically, that helps you keep track of your wine at a party. So all you do is you find these little metal clasps, throw some beads on there. These just hook together like so. And then what you do is, when you're at the party, if you're the host or the hostess, you give these out to people and they can put them around the stem of their wine glass, and that helps identify that it's their glass. So there is one that's easy to make. I'll do some blue. Okay, so that took me what, like 4 seconds to do? For some of you with a little bit more intermediate skills, the next thing I'm going to show you after I take a sip in my Merlot. Okay, so my next craft is a little bit more labor intensive, I guess, but it's still really easy. So all you need is an empty, cleaned out wine bottle, some yarn or twine or lace or whatever you prefer to cover this up, and Mod Podge to use as glue to bind the yarn to the cup or the bottle. So you don't have to worry about taking the label off of the wine bottle. The Mod Podge will still adhere to it. Clearly it's been a while since I've used my Mod Podge. Okay, so all you're gonna do is put a generous amount of Mod Podge in small sections. Hopefully not make a huge mess like I'm doing with your sponge brush or whatever you have on hand. Okay. Then you'll take your yarn, stick it on the bottom, and then just feed it. Wrap it around. And the nice thing about Mod Podge is that it dries clear. So even if there's gaps, you're not going to worry about like seeing white spaces or something. And you can obviously use any color bottle that you have on hand. Mine is like a greenish color, but I've used all different colors for this activity. It's a nice way to repurpose some wine bottles that you may have on hand. So once you get to the end of this section that you've just put Mod Podge all around, all you do is do exactly what you did before. Take your sponge brush and put another section of Mod Podge around it. Okay, so I've made a bit of progress and you can see how much smaller my spool of yarn is. So you'll want to make sure that whatever material you're using to cover your bottle, that you have plenty of, because the last thing you want is to be covering your bottle and then halfway through like run out of yarn or lace or whatever it is that you're using to cover your bottle. So I'm at the top, and all you do is take your pair of scissors and just clip. Alright. And it'll take a little bit of time for the Mod Podge to dry clear, but this will be something like your final project. You can also take the labels off of wine bottles and use Mod Podge and glitter. That's another one of my models here. These really make cute decorations around your house. You can put flowers in them or anything foliage related. Looks really cute in these. So it takes about, I don't know, 15 to 20 minutes maybe. And if, like I said, it probably is materials that you have around your house. Okay, so my final craft is a little, I should say it's even more hands-on. What you need though are lots of wine corks. I have probably just over 100 in this container here, and hot glue. And what you want to do is glue them into a design, whatever it is that you want. So I'm going to do a heart. Should be simple enough, at least I hope. And I'm using a picture that I have on my phone as a reference of how many corks I need and where. So once my hot glue gun is warm, all I'm gonna do is start piecing them together and hopefully they'll stay. Okay, so what I've done is just done a dry run basically. I just laid out the shape that I want my corks to be in, and if I counted correctly, I'm actually using 108 corks. I'm gonna set this one over to the side. The picture I was looking at used 109. So all you're gonna do is just take your hot glue gun. Be careful not to burn yourself, if possible. And just apply some to your corks. So I finished hot gluing all my pieces together, and I'm actually really pleased with how it turned out. I mean, it's still a little bit here's my heart. You can mount this and put it on your wall. You can also use this as like a hot pad, which is what I was thinking about using something like this for. It's a pretty decent size. It would hold a pretty big pot. So if not, then I'll put some brackets on the back and throw it on the wall. Leave a comment below with what your favorite wine craft has been. Have you utilized corks or the bottle? Done something completely different? Let us know down below. And if you want to have as many wine corks as we have, maybe you should join the California Wine Club and get wine delivered to your house monthly if you want 2, 4, however many bottles. Pick which option best fits your needs. In the description below, we'll have a link to get you the best deal. We've been really pleased with the red and white sent to our house every month, and we're going to continue on in the foreseeable future. Make sure you find us on all the social media platforms. We're on Facebook in the Cork and Java group. We are also on Twitter at Cork Java, and on Pinterest we have tons of boards that will be interesting to you, and it's called Cork and Java. We're really looking forward to seeing you guys online, so until next time, bottoms up.